Welcome to Learners Math TV. Let me begin with this example. To determine the zeros of a quadratic function, let y equals 0. In this example, ay maaari nating gamitin ang solving quadratic equation using the factoring method. So the factors of x squared minus x minus 6 are quantity x minus 3 times the quantity x plus 2. So kung wala ka pang mastery about the factoring method of solving quadratic equation, so nasa description ng link ng video lesson na yon at maaari mo muna itong pag-aralan upang hindi ka mahirapan sa lesson na ito. So, pwede natin equate to 0 both factors. So therefore, ang ating x sub 1 is equal to 3 at ang ating x sub 2 is equal to negative 2. Hence, the zeros are 3 and negative 2. Ano ba yung tinatawag na zeros na yan? Para mas lalo nating maintindihan kung ano ba itong zeros of a quadratic function, let us first transform this given quadratic function to vertex form. Ayan. So, kung hindi ka pa marunong mag-transform ng general form ng quadratic function to vertex form, nasa description ng link para matutunan mo muna yung video lesson na yon and then hindi ka mahirapan sa lesson na ito. Ayan. So, since nakatransform siya sa vertex form, ay makikita natin agad kung nasaan ang vertex ng parabola or ng graph ng quadratic function na ito. So, if we're going to plot that into a Cartesian plane, ayan, yung ating vertex ay makikita natin dito sa location na to. So, that is, ang h ay 1/2. So, ibig sabihin, nasa pagitan niya ng 0 and 1. Then, magkikita sila doon sa y na 6 and 1/4. Ito naman ang value ng y niya, 6 and 1/4. So, nandito. So, nandito ang vertex ng parabola. And then, sinasabi rito, hence, the zeros are 3 and negative 2. Yan yung nakuha natin dito. Pagkatapos natin siyang isolve, when we let y equals to 0, nakuha natin ang value ng x or yung tinatawag nating zeros of quadratic function ay 3 and negative 2. Ayan, 3 and negative 2 dito sa kanyang x-axis. So, ano ibig sabihin pala ng zeros of a quadratic function? So, ibig sabihin, kung i-connect natin yung mga points na yan, okay, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng graph ng parabola wherein makikita natin na doon pala sa zeros of quadratic function, doon nag-intersect yung graph ng quadratic function. Yun ang kanilang point of intersection, yung zeros of quadratic function. Okay, para ma-enhance yung skills in finding the zeros of quadratic function, let me show you another example. Find the zeros of quadratic function. Y is equal to x squared minus 3x plus 2. Una, let y equals 0. Okay, then, in this example, we are now going to use, again, the factoring method of solving a quadratic equation kung ang y natin ay naging 0 na. Ayan. So, ayan ang ating factors. Quantity x minus 1 times quantity x minus 2 are the factors of x squared minus 3x plus 2. Kung until now ay wala ka pang mastery in solving quadratic equation using the factoring method, ay maaari mong panoorin muna yung link na nasa description about factoring method. So, to continue, ayan, so let us equate both factors to 0. And x minus 1 equals 0 and x minus 2 equals 0. Then our x sub 1 would be equal to 1 and our x sub 2 would be equal to 2. Ayan. So, yan. Hence, the zeros are 1 and 2. So, ganun lang siya kadali using the factoring method. Okay? Okay. To continue giving you examples, find the zeros of quadratic function y is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 2. So, let y equals 0. Okay. Hindi lahat ng given quadratic function ay factorable. Kaya pwede tayong gumamit ng ibang way o ibang method gaya ng solving quadratic equation by extracting the square root. Ayan. So, yun ang pwede natin gawin dito. So, kung wala ka pang mastery about that lesson, ay nasa description din ang link para mas maintindihan mo yung lesson na ito. Ayan. So, eto na ngayon yung perfect square trinomial. Paano nangyari yan? Yung negative 2, nilipat natin sa kabila. Ito yan. Naging positive 2. Then we add 4 to make this expression a perfect square trinomial. Siyempre, we add 4, kaya nag-add din tayo sa kabila to maintain the equality. And then, pwede na natin siyang i-express as a square of binomial. So, ito, ang katumbas niyan ay quantity x plus 2 squared, then 2 plus 4 is equal to 6. Then, pwede na natin na-extract ang square root from both sides of the equation. Ayan. So, ang square root niyan ngayon ng quantity x plus 2 squared ay x plus 2. And then, since ang 6 ay hindi perfect square number at hindi naman na siya pwedeng i-simplify pa into other way. So, wala kasi siyang perfect square number na factor. Okay? So, pwede na natin siyang hatiin ngayon. Kunin muna natin sa ating first value of x or our x sub 1. So, pag nilipat mo ito, magiging minus 2 or negative 2. Then, kunin muna natin yung positive square root of 6. Then, sa kabila naman, yung pangalawang value ng x or the x sub 2 is equal to negative 2. Kunin naman natin yung negative square root of 6. So, yun ang dalawa yung mga values ng x. Hence, the zeros are negative 2 plus square root of 6 and negative 2 minus square root of 6. So, ang zeros natin dito ay irrational number. Okay, para matutunan natin yung iba-ibang paraan in finding the zeros of quadratic function, let me add some more example. Okay, so let y equals to 0. Okay, so ito yung ating given quadratic function. Pwede natin ditong gamitin yung quadratic formula. Aside from factoring method, completing the square, so natutunan nyo rin yung quadratic formula doon sa ating mga previous lesson. Kung wala ka pang mastery about that, ay nasa description ang link ng video lesson about how to solve quadratic equation by quadratic formula or using the quadratic formula. So, una dyan, dapat alamin mo muna ang mga values ng A, B, and C. Yan. So, ang A ay 1, ang B ay 1 din, at ang C ay negative 12. Then, we can now substitute all those values dito sa ating formula. So, ito na siya. Yung B natin ay negative, B natin ay 1. So, it is negative 1. According to the formula, positive, negative, square root of, ang B natin ay 1. So, minus 4 times A is 1 and our C is negative 12. Then all over 2 times 1 kasi ang A natin ay 1. Then to continue, ayan. So ito ay magiging 1 times 1 is 1 and then negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 12 is a positive 48. Then if you add 1 plus 48, ito, 2 times 1, 2 na yan, di ba? So, pag in-add mo na yan, ayan. So, magiging negative 1 plus or minus square root of 49. Now, what is the square root of 49? Ayan. Square root of 49 is equal to 7. Okay, kaya kung kukunin mo ang x of 1, yan ay negative 1 plus 7. Kunin mo muna natin yung positive 7 divided by 2. Then, magiging negative 1 plus 7 is 6. And then, divided by 2, your x of 1 is equal to 3. And then, sa atin namang x of 2, kunin naman natin yung negative 7 or minus 7 dito. So, negative 1 minus 7 is equal to negative 8. So, magiging negative 8 over 2 yan. It means to say, ang ating x sub 2 ay negative 4. Hence, the zeros are 3 and negative 4. For example number 5, find the zeros of quadratic function y is equal to x squared minus 8x plus 12. So, I suggest na i-post mo muna yung video lesson na ito for you to check or to assess yourself kung naintindihan mo na ba at kaya mo nang gawin to find the zeros of quadratic function. So, I suggest na gamitin mo yung factoring method para makita mo kung kaya mo na yung gamitin. Okay? So, let y equal 0. I-check natin kung tama yung naging process to find the zeros of this given quadratic function. Gaya ng sinasabi ko kasi, unless payagan mo yung sarili mo na mag-practice, ay hindi mo lubos na matututunan yung lesson. Okay? So, let's check kung tama ang iyong ginawa. So, if you let y equal 0, magkakaroon na tayo ngayon ng quadratic equation and using the factoring method, so ang factors ay quantity x minus 6 at quantity x minus 2. Yan na ngayon magiging factors. And then, pwede mo na siyang equate sa 0, both factors. So, makukuha mo ngayon na first value of your x or your x sub 1 is 6. And the second value of your x or the x sub 2 is equal to 2. Okay? Hence, the zeros are 6 and 2. Okay. Kung tama ang iyong ginawa, ibig sabihin ay nakuha mo na yung lesson na ito. Mag-practice pa ng mag-practice kasi by that, you can gain mastery. Okay, isa pa. Sa example number 6 naman, find the zeros of the quadratic function y is equal to x squared plus 6x minus 3. So, let y equal 0. Oops, pwede mo munang i-post at sa example na ito, pwede mong itry na gamitin naman yung completing the square method of finding the zeros of quadratic function. Ayan, yun, pwede mo yung gamitin. Kasi, since etong given quadratic function naman na ito ay hindi siya factorable. Ayan. If we are going to let y equal 0, so magiging quadratic equation na siya. At yung quadratic equation na yan ay hindi factorable. Kaya pwede mo siyang gamitin yung completing the square method. Ayan. So, itry mo. Okay? Kung nagawa mo na, check natin kung tama yung ginawa mo. So, ang gagawin mo dyan, etong negative 3, dapat nilipat mo sa kabila. Tapos, nag-add ka ng 9 dito to make it a perfect square trinomial. Ayan. So, paano nagkaroon ng 9? Diba? 6 divide 2 equals 3, then 3 squared equals 9. Ayan. Tapos, of course, kailangan mo rin mag-add sa kabila ng 9. So, next is, you are going to express this trinomial as a square of a binomial. Kaya magiging quantity x plus 3 squared equals 3 plus 9 equals 12. Ayan. Now, you can extract the square root from both sides of the equation. So, extract mo na. Kasi yan ang ginagamit natin, extracting the square root method. So, eto na lang ngayon ang matitira dyan. Ang square root ng quantity x plus 3 squared ay x plus 3. And then, etong square root of 12, once we simplify that, ay magiging ganito na siya. Why? Because the factors of 12 are 4 times 3. Yung 4 times 3 ang pwede natin gamitin factors because 4 is a perfect square. Kaya ang square root ng 4 ay 2, nilabas na natin siya. At naiwan sa loob yung hindi siya perfect square number. So kung hindi pa tayo marunong mag-simplify ng radicals, ay nasa description ng link ng lesson na yon para maintindihan natin kung paano ba isinisimplify yung radicals o yung ganitong klase ng expression kapag siya ay hindi perfect square number. Okay? So, pag hinati natin yan, ang x sa buwan natin, ito ilipat natin, magiging negative 3. Then, kunin natin yung plus or positive 2 square root of 3. Tapos, sa kabila naman ay yung pangalawang value ng x natin or the x sub 2 is equal to negative 3. Kunin naman natin yung negative 2 square root of 3. Hence, the zeros are negative 3 plus 2 square root of 3 and negative 3 minus 2 square root of 3. So, dito, kadalasan, hindi natin ginagamit ang factoring method kapag hindi factorable at irrational number yung ating mga nakukuha since sila ay hindi factorable. For example number 7, I suggest na dito naman ay gamitin mo ang quadratic formula in finding the zeros of quadratic function. So, y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 48. So, pwedeng i-post mo muna, then later, pagkatapos mong i-try, i-check natin kung tama ang iyong ginawa. Okay? So, let y is equal to 0. Let us check. X squared plus 2x minus 48 equals 0. Okay, magiging quadratic equation na siya, and then we can use the quadratic formula. Okay, so first find the value of a, b, and c. A is 1, b is 2, and c is negative 48. Now let us substitute all the values of a, b, and c doon sa ating formula. Kaya magiging ang ating b ay 2, kaya according to the formula that is negative b, so negative 2. Plus or minus, and then b is 2, so magiging 2 squared. So minus 4 times 1, because 1 is the value of our a, then times negative 48 as the value of our c. Then sa baba naman, 2a means 2 times a, so ang a natin ay 1, kaya 2 times 1. Okay, so to continue, baba natin yung negative 2 plus or minus, process muna natin yung nasa loob ng radical symbol or ng square root sign. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4, then negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, negative 4 times a negative 48 is a positive 192. Then 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Okay, next. Negative 2, then plus or minus, 4 plus 192 is 196. Then, copy muna natin yung 2 rito sa baba. Kunin muna natin yung square root ng 196. The square root of 196 is exactly positive negative 14. Okay? Now, pwede na natin kunin yung mga value ng ating x. For our x of 1, negative 2, kunin muna natin yung positive 14. So, plus 14 yan. Divided by 2. So, magiging 12 divided by 2 yan. Okay, finally, ang first value of our x is 6. And then, punta naman tayo sa ating x sub 2. Kunin naman natin yung minus or negative 14. So, magiging negative 2 minus 14 yan divided by 2. So, magiging negative 16 divided by 2. So, finally, the second value of our x is negative 8. Hence, the zeros are 6 and negative 8. Okay, kinakailangan lang para makapag-gain tayo ng mastery ay continuous practice. Okay, parang sports lang 'yan. Kung hindi mo i-engage ang iyong sarili mo sa practice, hindi ka makakapag-gain ng mastery. O kaya laging tatandaan, sa math ay hindi maaari na nanonood ka lamang. Upang maging mahusay, dapat lagi kang handa na mag-practice o magsanay.